Hello everyone. In this video I want to talk about some pens. I have a couple pens here for the Supernote and I want to talk about my experience with them. So with the Manta I got this particular LAMY pen here, and the LAMY pens have always gotten a pretty good rep for them, and Supernote's collaborated with them, and this one has a ceramic nib inside. You'll also see that there's this little gray thing sitting on there. What I've done is I've taken a Apple Pencil kind of holder here, something for the hand to actually grip on so that it feels a little bit better in the hand. I cut one of those and then I put them here at the front here. What I don't like with these pens, and actually even the Heart of Metal pen, is that they're kind of slippery. So as you're writing, the fingers kind of slide around a bit. So this helps for that not to slide around. And it works pretty well. It can still go into the actual holder, put a little bit of force on it. It'll still actually go in there, and that works pretty well. The writing with this is actually pretty good. The only thing obviously is that it doesn't have a button for the erase. So you will need to either use a gesture or hit the toolbar eraser and make that happen and kind of go back and forth. The Heart of Metal is, you've probably seen plenty of video on this already, so I won't talk much about this. This is a little bit better just because I feel that we put these side by side here and try to level them off from where the pen tip is, and see that the actual place where your finger will kind of stop going is higher than what's on the LAMY. I feel that that little lip here at the bottom below that where your finger will get caught and stay is too low on there, which is why I put this in here so that I have it higher up. And so this pen is a little bit more comfortable to write with for me, where my hand doesn't slip around or go too far down at the pen tip the same way the LAMY one feels. And then there's also this other one here, which I think is Amazon has actually done a pretty good job on their actual stylus for the Amazon Scribe, and I've been using this on the books for for the longest. So when I bought my books, and I don't remember if I had the books or the Scribe first. I can't remember, but as soon as I got the Scribe, I started using this particular stylus on the books, and I've loved it ever since. It works really good on the Scribe as well. But yeah, so this device, this stylus, the good thing is that it does have a button here for the eraser. So if you need to erase, basically we can come in here. Let's create a note, and we'll just scribble some stuff there. If I want to erase that, I can just go ahead and kind of swipe through and erase it. I don't think you can actually change how it erases. You saw right there that basically if I click those two, if I go through them, the entire strokes that I touch will erase. So I don't think you can do like a partial erase where you're just erasing the edges with that button. I'll have to check that out. One other thing that you might notice here is that that tip is silver looking. So this is a metal tip that's in here, and it feels pretty good on here. The writing experience is definitely different. So like if I was to come in here and let's just type a word there, and then without changing the pens or anything, we'll type or write something. You see that actually looks the same now. On different devices, I've had mixed kind of experiences with the pen tip on whether the strokes were thicker and lighter on some of the time than the LAMY pen would produce. And I think that actually more on the books device, if I remember correctly, because I'm seeing right now that these two look pretty much the same. But I think on the books device, the LAMY pen is thicker, a little bit thicker. I can actually pull that out real quick and we can see if that's the case. Here, there. Okay, so we have books there. Let's just go ahead and write on here. We can see that that's pretty thin. The pen tip obviously is a little bit different setting than what's on the Manta. But let me type the same word and we can see how one is a lot thinner than the other. So, but it doesn't seem to be the same thing here on the Manta. So it writes well there, and yes. And they pretty much have comparable writing feels. The tip on this is a lot bigger though. So not sure if you can really get a comparison there, but you can see how much thicker that metal tip is there. But this does offer a pretty good writing feel. The pen is not slick and slippery like these pens here. They're all plasticky, and even on this one here, you know, that plastic is slippery. I don't know if it's just because my fingers get more grime on them and oils, like lotion and stuff like that there. But this material that they're using here is way more grippy, and the stylus doesn't slip around in my hand. It only moves when I forcefully move it around, maybe just to position it in the right place for my fingers and also to be able to hit that button. But I found that using this Amazon Scribe's stylus here works pretty well, because I can come in here and I can easily delete stuff. In here I can, let me see if I change, if I select an actual eraser and I select which one I want, I can still come and use that without pressing the button. If I press the button, you see how that it still just will erase with using the stroke eraser. So, but in either case, that works pretty well. Let's flip the eraser around and you can see what that looks like. So right now, I'm just going to flip the eraser around and we can see what that looks like. We can see how that erased everything using basically the stroke eraser is what it did. So if I have, you know, words here, here, cross, I can't just be fine-tuned to only do that one specific area of the line or whatever I have scribbled on this e-ink screen. It will just take the entire stroke. 9 times out of 10, for my use case, the entire stroke removal is fine. All right, so that's really all I wanted to kind of show here. Just the pens that I'm using, my experience with the pens on this particular Manta device. And what I'll try to do is make sure I leave the link for the pen tips that I'm using here on the Amazon Scribe's pen here, or stylus. And also I see if I can find the grip that I'm using here. You could probably just use any grip or get something comparable to put on there, but if I can find the actual product that I ordered on Amazon, maybe you can just order it off of Amazon. The only deal is if you take the grip and you use it like it has here, this fat portion will not fit within that cap on the LAMY. So that was the only deal that I did not like, but it already has a lip on here, but I wish that lip was higher. This lip was higher up on the pen, which it is not. So yeah, if you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and until the next time, have a nice day.